Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more positive news recently released regarding Tesla stock. And so today's video surprisingly has a little bit more information regarding the events that unfolded on Battery Day and also with the 4680 cells, in which we recently got confirmation by Elon Musk on Twitter that we will be seeing these 4680 battery cells as soon as when the Gigafactory in Berlin gets constructed, in which they'll be putting those in the vehicles there. So this is really huge news in itself, in the sense that we're actually seeing some things from Battery Day unfold sometime early into the future. You know, we're not just talking about 2023 or 2022. This is something that we could possibly see as early as mid to early 2021. So we know the construction of at least phase one of the Berlin Gigafactory isn't too far off currently, with a lot of buildings in terms of just the externals almost fully constructed right now. So of course many things still need to be constructed between now and the factory's completion, but still we are seeing a lot of progress currently, similar to how we're seeing a lot of progress with phase two of the Shanghai Gigafactory and also with the Austin, Texas Gigafactory as well. So as always, if you enjoy these Tesla news videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And so before we get into this news piece today directly from Elon Musk, let's go ahead and check out the share price for Tesla currently. It is now at $427.35 per share. And keep in mind, it's a little after 10 p.m. right now, so the after hours have closed for me currently, so we're at a standstill. So in the normal market hours today, we got a 2.73% gain. That is $11.32 added onto the share price. And then in the after hours, we are currently at a plus 0.48% gain, which is another $2.05 added onto the share price. So now that we've addressed the share price currently, let's go ahead and get straight into this news piece for today, and let's head on over to Elon's Twitter account. So all of this information simply begins by an Elon Musk and Tesla fan tweet by an account called Whole Mars Catalog, or also at Whole Mars Blog. And this includes a video in which they state, "It's funny, when you watch Daimler and Tesla investor presentations, you can really see the difference between the two companies. Daimler's CEO talks about the company like it's a spreadsheet, but Elon Musk and Drew talk about engineering and products. I know which I'm investing in." And with this, Elon Musk himself replies, "I do so wish that more companies would put down their spreadsheets for a moment and focus on making products that move your heart." And Whole Mars Catalog replies, "True, Tesla moves your heart. Hey, what kind of cells are you planning to move our hearts with in Berlin? CATL, LFP, 2170 cells, 4680. I know you said you're making cells in Berlin." And then Elon Musk surprisingly responds with this information, stating, "Berlin will use 4680 cell with structural battery pack and front and rear single piece castings. Also, a new paint system." So just with that sentence alone right there, a bunch of different new huge pieces of information, like with them utilizing the 4680 cell. And of course, we know with the front and rear single piece castings, we know they're supposed to have like 8 gigapresses. And then as it states, a new paint system. I think we recently looked at some images on the channel. I can't remember exactly the name of the brand, but we saw a brand name that was possibly referencing the new paint system. And so he adds on to this tweet by stating, "A lot of new technology will happen in Berlin, which means significant production risk. Fremont and Shanghai will transition in around 2 years when new tech is proven." Just keep in mind that with this tweet as well, that he doesn't mention the Austin, Texas Gigafactory in this group with Fremont and Shanghai. And what does the Austin, Texas Gigafactory and the Berlin Gigafactory have in common? Well, they're currently under construction. And considering that the Austin Gigafactory is the newest one under construction in its early stages, then at this point I think we could possibly bet on seeing the same thing applied over to the Austin, Texas one. But it may be a bit further out into the future, since the Berlin Gigafactory is a lot closer to full construction currently. And then we get a response from another person in which they say, "How do you view this risk as difficult but better than M3 ramp? I don't want to see you go through that kind of pain again." And Elon Musk responds by stating, "The Model 3 production ramp was sheer agony for 2 years, but that was due or," and I won't say this word just because YouTube isn't a fan of it sometimes, but you know, you can read it. "That was due or you know what for Tesla. No US car company has reached high volume production with sustained free cash flow in around 100 years. Now really pay attention to that quote right there. No US car company has reached high volume production with sustained free cash flow in approximately 100 years. We're talking about a major disruption in an industry that is not really used to these types of disruptions. Then he states hundreds of car startups all you know what or were absorbed for peanuts by Big Three. So considering him basically saying that a lot of these companies that were startups were acquired by the major auto companies, that's kind of similar to what we're seeing with Nikola Coca-Cola and GM right now almost. I mean, that's of course all falling apart, but Tesla at this point, at least back in previous time, was really the only company that was able to stand against the previous major legacy automakers. Now, they've kind of paved the way a little bit for newer EV startups and stuff like that, where there could be new companies coming out of nowhere with additional funding and stuff like that, but they can certainly thank Tesla for all of that funding, because a lot of faith hadn't really been put into EVs until Tesla made it look realistic and possible in terms of not only, renewable energy, but performance as well. Then he states, even GM and Chrysler went bankrupt in 2009. Ford and Tesla are the only US car companies that have avoided bankruptcy, but now we understand production much better. It will be our primary competitive advantage long term. So this is a really important tweet to pay attention to right here as well. He states that their production and manufacturing strategies will be their primary competitive advantage long term. So even if these other companies start to catch up with Tesla in terms of this long-term race of mastering autonomy or, developing a similar level of battery technology and software technology, even if they're able to catch up to Tesla, they're not going to be able to produce it at a mass scale with Tesla's level of efficiency and optimization. And this is something that I've really emphasized on the channel in the past, and once again, Elon Musk is emphasizing it right here. And so, regarding a follow-up question to this thread, someone asks, will Giga Berlin stamp the middle of the main body as one piece as well? And Elon Musk responds, battery pack will be a bonded structure with cells, providing shear transfer between steel upper and lower face sheets, eliminating most of the center body parts, while providing more torsional rigidity and improved polar movement or inertia. This is a major breakthrough, and he put stars around major to really emphasize it. So just pay attention to that. And then also, I would recommend checking out this thread, because there's a tweet by James Stevenson in which they include a video by Sandy Munro, who definitely knows their engineering, especially when it comes to cars. And it states, when Sandy Munro mocked up 4680 cells in a Tesla 3/Y pack, he said it should provide unprecedented rigidity. And Elon Musk says right here, Sandy Munro understands engineering, basically confirming that Sandy Munro is describing what Elon Musk is describing pretty well, and they have a similar mindset in that perspective. And then someone also asks, how will you do repair rear end damage with frame involvement if everything is just one piece? And Elon Musk states, the crash absorption rails can be cut off and replaced with a bolted part for collision repair. And then there's a follow-up question to Elon Musk's tweet about production, in which he talks about how it would be their primary advantage long term. And this question states, and the beautiful thing is each Gigafactory is like a new product and is better than the prior. And Elon Musk responds by stating, yes, the Gigafactory is the hardest and most critical product. So this is something that we've emphasized on the channel previously as well, in which we talked about how Elon Musk views the Gigafactories themselves as a Tesla product. It's the machine that makes the machine. So like with the prototype, we understand that the prototype is like the easiest product to make. Then producing the vehicles at mass scale are much more difficult than the prototype. But in terms of creating the actual factory that creates the vehicles at mass scale as well, that's where things get really difficult when you're designing the machine that makes the machine. And so Viv asks a question, any plans for Tesla to license Gigafactory tech at some point, e.g. production lines, paint shop, to accelerate Giga/Terafactory building? Think you've mentioned the world needs around 100 Gigafactories to remove fossil fuels from the energy equation entirely, and Elon Musk states that would be like licensing Battlestar Galactica. Actually building continuously evolving gargantuan factories is the hard part. Lots of people who worked at Tesla Gigafactories now work at competitors, but none of those companies have made one. And Vincent has a good point right here in his reply, in which he states followers, aka copycats, always many steps behind, which is a pretty solid point. I even think a company known as Xpeng in China has kind of tried to replicate what Tesla's been able to do with their factories, and especially with their paint line systems as well. So they've been able to replicate what Tesla's done so far. However, as Vincent states right here, when you're copying someone else, that means that you're a few steps behind. And so in response as well, Elon Musk also emphasizes prototypes, in which he states, prototypes are a piece of cake, but high volume production of a new technology is extremely hard. Takes much longer than people think to climb the production S-curve. I can't emphasize enough that production is by far the hard part. So this once again emphasizes those times where we've heard Elon Musk in the past talk about how manufacturing is incredibly difficult. Ironically enough, we get a quote from Elon Musk right here as well. Big shout out to Eva, the author of a lot of Tesla articles we have covered on this channel on the Tasmanian. So they quote Elon Musk stating, large-scale manufacturing, especially of new technology, is somewhere between 1,000 and 10,000% harder than the prototype. I would really regard at this point prototypes as a trivial joke. And Elon Musk responds to this, of course, partly because he likely saw value in them emphasizing his past quote, and he states, bringing a new product to volume production is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. You do still need the critical speed of inspiration, but it's fun and takes around 100 people. Production takes greater than 10,000 people and hurts like you know what until the gigantic cybernetic collective runs smoothly. So these are for sure some good quotes by Elon Musk to compile in one big Elon Musk quote book, but he truly gets his point across with a lot of these tweets, and it kind of goes back on to the recent news piece where I think Tesla has dissolved their PR firm, at least in America, and this is just one of those examples where you can go straight to the source. Instead of wasting all of these valuable resources and time and money on a PR firm, you can go straight to Elon Musk, in which his fans will ask him questions, sometimes not the toughest questions, but still ones that we want answers to. So with this video, not only did we get a lot of valuable information regarding the new battery cells, but it also emphasizes why really a Tesla PR department is not required, because we can get the information directly from Elon Musk, all compiled by exactly how he wants to say it, when he wants to respond to those questions and things like that. So that's really valuable to pay attention to as well, because I think this is a much better way of getting information, going straight to the source, asking Elon Musk for himself, and sometimes you never know, you might get an answer. So with this video, I just wanted to give you all a heads up on this news piece and what Elon Musk is emphasizing on Twitter. So please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, you'll get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600, and to get that, all you have to do is sign up with my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. And keep in mind, you can take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks, so it's basically just nice passive income with minimal effort. Just want to let you all know about that, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.